To our viewers, welcome. This is a temporary setup while I work out my phone situation so I can get more storage so that I can upload the videos as normal. But when this one uploads, this is a live video, so we are recording live. This is my temporary new co-host because Jeffrey is not here today. So, yes, we are going to be talking about ghosting and blocking people.
Yes.
And then we are also going to be reacting to Lady Gaga's new album. So,
Mayhem.
yes, so just bear with us while we do our little intro. I'm sure you've heard it. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Welcome to the Funny Enough Podcast. I'm your host, Zaie.
And I'm your host, Anthony.
And this is season 2, episode 1, and we are talking about ghosting and blocking people. So, welcome to season 2. I know I said that in like 2 videos ago, but this is the official welcome to season 2 because we did have a little break due to some technical difficulties. But if you watched our previous video, it was me reacting to Drake. I'm sorry. I was reacting to Nicki Minaj's new remix song, and I will also have a Drake reaction coming out. That was filmed before, but due to technical issues, I wasn't able to upload it. So that will also be coming out next week, like when this episode comes out. So yeah, there are going to be lots of new episodes. So get ready. So today we're just going to be talking about like the act of ghosting people and just why we do it, where it came from, where that name came from, which I would like to look up and find out. I don't know where that name came from, but I know that I've done it. I know it's happened to me. So you can talk about some instances where it's happened to you and maybe how that made you feel. Um, and like kind of the differentiation between ghosting and blocking because there is a difference, just like there's a difference with like a simple unfollow or a simple like I wouldn't say ignore, but like um sometimes you don't ghost people, you just go like prolonged like a long time without talking to them, but like y'all still know your relationship. And then there's those people that on purpose you stop talking to. So we can talk about the difference with that. So yeah, if you want to go first.
I mean, I mainly don't block people. I feel like that's kind of just unnecessary. It's just something that I don't typically do or anything like
I
that.
definitely do.
But I think I have ghosted people and people have ghosted me before. And that's just how it is, how the world is. Times have changed. It's not like you can avoid a pigeon all your life or avoid the mail carrier.
Right.
So texting is now the new norm. Calling people is now the new norm. And so it's just going with things.
Yeah, I would say it's kind of the norm, but like I for one have given certain people my number and stuff, and so it's just made me like really cautious about giving people my number now because it's just like for what like you give them your number and then it doesn't go anywhere and you just wasted your time and now you have to figure out what you want to do with this person. So that's why I've done it in some instances. It's just like they either stop talking to me or I no longer want to associate myself with them, and hence like I'll just distance myself. A lot of the times now, now that I'm getting older and like some stuff has happened, I think that I am starting to get in the the mature route of like telling people how I feel, instead of just letting things be. Like I lost another best friend of mine recently. So, if you're watching this, shout out to you. But Yeah, it definitely hurt. Given that you met this person. So it's just sad when stuff like that happens. And I wouldn't necessarily that say that was a ghosting blocking situation. Um that was more so me prolonging it, me prolonging not wanting to deal with it, not wanting to confront that person, and then finally confronting the situation. And we just agreed to go our separate ways and we unfollowed each other. So, I feel like in that instance, like I guess I took so long because I am the type of person I'm very nice and genuine with my friendships and relationships or whatever. Like I don't you know, I put I don't trust everybody. So like if I trust you in any capacity, like I feel like, we should work together on whatever we need to work together on. And I guess in that instance, I felt like even if I had came to them about the problems that I had with them, like there was no solution. Sometimes you have to look at a person, look at their heart, or look at, what they bring to the table and see like if that's good for you, if that's good for you to be around, if that's good for your atmosphere, if that's good for your energy. And I was just starting to see like, that there was a lot of energy being um, given, but there wasn't a lot being received on my end. And um, when I decided to bring that up again, it was the same tactics, the same reasonings, the same things. And so I was like, yeah, this person isn't going to understand my perspective. Even if I bring it to them, they're just not going to understand. And that's fine. Some people aren't going to understand. Some people are too endowed, too deep into whatever they're going to, whether it's good or bad. And so this person was just really into, the bad things that are going on in their life. And I would never wish that on anybody. But I feel like for the nice people out there, some people are mean, and some people call me mean, and maybe they're right, but I know that I'm nice, and I know that I'm genuine, and so for the nice, genuine people out there, you really have to learn how to set your boundaries, because truth of the matter is people take it for granted, and it's like friend, best friend, girlfriend, boyfriend, like whoever it is, like sometimes you have to place your boundaries. Sometimes you have to put them in your place. And if they don't respect that, if they don't understand that, and if they're not wanting to understand that, then you just have to remove yourself. And so that is what I did. And yes, it hurt, but at the end of the day, like, I had to do what was best for me. And yeah, that's what I would advise anyone to do is to just know what you need around you and um, yeah, make those necessary decisions. So, like I said, that wasn't really a ghosting blocking situation, but that was, I guess, the most recent real life situation for me to where I had to like cut somebody off. So, um, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things that happen in life and where you just have to cut people off, even those that you care. Some people that you are probably afraid of, scared of, or probably don't agree with, and that's okay to have to prolong that and having to get away from that. Sometimes we all know how toxic and how destructive social media can be, and sometimes you just have to get away from those people. And
Mhm.
so knowing how to avoid those things and knowing yourself too, just you have to make the moves in order to protect yourself.
Mhm.
And if that means blocking someone because they're abusing you or hurting you in ways that you didn't think, or just have to ghost people. I mean, I know some people don't like ghosting because ghosting can just be a very mean thing to do, and I get
Yeah.
just talk to your loved ones, talk to your friends, talk to these people that you're ghosting, see why. I know it can be awkward to talk to some people, and I'm working on that too of just talking, I
Mhm.
guess.
Yeah, and I think to go along with that, I think what I have learned is from either getting ghosted or ghosting, as is that people don't always know what you know. Like I said, that situation was not a ghosting blocking situation, but at the same time, it went on for months. It went on for months because I didn't address it. Like, this person just, even though I knew that there was a problem, this person, quote unquote, didn't know that there was a problem. I'm sure in my mind, I thought that they knew. I thought that they could tell by my actions that there was a problem. But sometimes that's not the case. Like, sometimes you just have to literally say it, literally give, like, like, you can't just give them crumbs. Like, you have to literally give them the plate and let them know what's going on, because they won't understand. And so that's basically what I had to do this year, 2025, was like explain what my reasoning for the way I or what I chose to do in 2024. And so had I just did that last year, I wouldn't have had to do that. So yeah, I think sometimes if it's like very blatant and y'all know the reason, then okay. But if it's like, oh, I'm ghosting so and so because they did it, and I would say talk to that person before you make that decision. Even if you know that's the decision you're going to make, like, I would say talk to that person, because 9 times out of 10, they don't know, like, how you feel, or they can't read your mind. They don't know how they made you feel or what they did wrong. And even if they do know, like, just you bringing it to them makes it real, instead of like speculation. So yeah, I've just learned, like, even with family and stuff, like, there's family members that I haven't spoken to in quite a long time, and I'm starting to see, like, this year I'm gonna have to deal with that eventually. So it's like, eventually, if you don't deal with it, it comes to deal with you. There's a lot of people in this world, but you can't run away from everybody. Like, I've definitely seen someone that I blocked in public before. It was very awkward. So, so yeah. But I had a good reason for blocking. I'm not even gonna say it on camera because it was just, yeah. But maybe I should. No, I'm not gonna say it. But just know, like, they disrespected me, and that's why they got blocked. Like, really bad disrespected me, and so they got blocked. But I saw that person at the tag office. Like this was not recent, but like, when it happened, it was like maybe a few days or a week after I had just blocked them, and yeah, I saw this person at the tag office. It was very awkward. So I would say, be careful. Like, we didn't talk or nothing, but like, we saw each other, and they kept looking at me, so I could definitely tell they recognized me. But yeah, recently I wouldn't say I've done a lot of blocking either. Like, I have in the past, and for good reason. Everyone I have blocked or everyone I have blocked disrespected me in some way, so I just don't tolerate that. Now, as far as the ghosting, I'm getting better at that, because I had it. I have done it in some instances, but I have had it done to me more than I've done it, which is sad, but it's the truth. Because actually, like, I was really on my wave of just like not talking to anybody, not doing anything, and I was good. And then this year, early in the year, like January, I decided to go on some dates. Get to know some people that I had been, I guess, texting a few times online or whatever. I finally met them in person, and where are they today? Nowhere to be found. So shout out to y'all. The dates I took y'all on, the money I spent. They ghosted me. So, two different individuals, like, literally not even a few weeks apart from each other. Like, me thinking that I'm doing the right things by taking my time, doing it old school, um, kind of like organizing and planning a date, and actually executing it, and just like making it very, casual and cool. And I thought everything was going well. Everything was going well. So that's why I was just personally confused, as to why I was ghosted. twice by two different people. But it's okay because, like I said, had they came to me with a reason, or, well, had one of them came to me with a reason, I would have known what was wrong and could have dealt with it. I did end up, one of them, I just, like, they just stopped talking to me, so block. Um, but the other person, we did end up, like, I asked them why, and, oh, I've still been sick, blah, blah, blah. That was the reason that I was given. I've still been sick. Um, I'm sure they're not sick anymore, but I haven't really spoken to them. So, yeah, without saying too much, because I'm sure they're going to watch this. So, um, yeah, I just feel like if there is a real reason, especially if you're gonna follow that person, like it's one thing to just block, distance, goes, whatever. But if you're still going to, in some way, be attached to me, then I feel like there should have been some sort of other explanation. But at the same time, like, these are people that you're not with. These are people that you barely know. I went on one date with these people. I don't know them like that. So I have no right to, you know, be, like try to take ownership of their time or their actions or anything like that. Like that's not my man. So I just let it go. Like I was like, okay, whatever. If you want to say something, hey. But at the end of the day, like it's gonna be different now because it's been so much time of us not talking. Like, it's that's not happening anymore. And so I think like people will tell you or people will show you like how they feel and even if they don't say it, because like I said, I'm getting better about that, but sometimes I have done that in the past where I didn't always say how I felt, and now I know how that feels. So I would say like if they don't say it, you can't force people to do things, but if they do, then I feel like it's better to give somebody a reason as to why you're doing something like that rather than just do it because you know, you don't know. So, but it's fine for me. I've moved on. I don't give up anymore. So, yeah. But for the purpose of this episode, I brought it up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, I think blocking's a very interesting move to do. Cause like I can understand why you want to block somebody. Maybe it's an ex, maybe it's a toxic friend, maybe it's an ex-worker, ex-employee, just somebody you want to talk to no more, just bad things. And I get that of just simply blocking people because so. And so, I mean, I usually don't block people because I don't understand the point of blocking people or anything, but I will say that I have ghosted people because, just there's nothing really happening, there's no conversation that's moving along, and sometimes things just happen. Just things don't normally go as planned. It's just kind of a dead sea.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I actually looked it up, the term ghosting, just because I know we're over time. But the term ghosting originated in the early 2000s, which I did not know. I thought it was like a new thing. So
I mean,
apparently it's been around for a while.
Cell phones have been here since, the 80s, 90s?
Yeah.
And now we got cellular phones, and that's been here since early 2000s, so that kind of makes sense.
It says why people ghost. People, this is Google, by the way. People may ghost to avoid emotional discomfort. People may ghost because they don't want to hurt the other person's feelings. Yes. And people may ghost because they are insecure, scared of conflict, or unable to communicate their feelings. Yes.
And I think we've all done that before.
Yes.
Feeling discomfort, feeling weird, feeling awkward, not feeling confident enough to talk to that person.
Yeah. And some people, like I said, they might do it to me, or they might like we live in a social age. They might go on my social media and see that I'm too much for them. Like, oh, he's got too much. Like, so I've had someone say that to me before on like a dating app, like months, years ago or something. Like they were like, oh, you have like you're like I guess they meant it in a good way, but it was just the way they said it. They were just like,
Mm.
"Oh, you have a job and you're this," and I think at the time I had two jobs,
Oh.
and it was either that or the podcast had just started or something.
Mm.
But they were like, "Oh, you're doing this, this, that, and the third. Like, you have such a busy schedule." And they almost insinuated like my life was too much for them, and I was just like, "Oh, okay, well, you know, sorry that I have things to do." Um, but I always make time for what I need to make time for. That's
Yes.
not a problem. But some people they're gonna be in their own head about things. So it is what it is. Like I said, you can't control anybody. You can't control their mind. All you can do is do you. So yeah, that's what I would say. Like
Do you?
yeah, if they like I said, I blocked for a reason. They disrespected me like badly. So if you're being disrespected, if you're being abused, if you're anything like that, you do have the right to cut ties. You have the right to confront or not confront, report, walk away, block, whatever you need to do to protect you. And as far as ghosting, if you are ghosting or have ghosted without giving a reason, hey, we're not here to judge. But I will say it is better to give an explanation, even if it's a text. Like, if y'all like, especially if y'all are not together, because like I'm done with that. Like, I've been in relationships where I've known people for less than a month. Like, we're not doing that anymore. So these people that are around, like, I'm not with them. So if I tell them how I feel, I can walk away and get up and go to work the next day. I don't have to worry about them. They're not on my mind. But like, if it's like someone deeper or something deeper that you've invested in, then yeah, it's gonna make you feel different. So of course, that deserves more time, more explanations or whatever. But like, yeah, if it's some person you want to date with, or y'all, or whatever y'all did, and you ain't seen them yet, like, send a little text and move on. Sure, like, that's what I did. And I wish that it was done for me from certain people that, yeah, I didn't get explanations from. But at the end of the day, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So, do you have anything else to add?
No, I think we've said what we needed to say.
Yes.
If you need to ghost people, I mean, I recommend not doing that, but if you need to, you need to.
Yeah.
If you need to block people, be careful. There's some people who are wild and crazy, and they will come and find you. So protect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Stay safe.
Yeah, stay safe.
Stay healthy. Just
yes, prep.
Everything.
Condoms.
Mm-hmm. Just be careful. People out there are crazy, and so just protect yourself. Protect your sanity. Just be careful.
Yes, wise words. So yeah, that's pretty much all we had. We're just a little kiki, little tea time. So not that much tea was spilled because I don't need those problems in my life. So yeah, but thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
If you are streaming this not streaming because this is not going to be live anymore. So if you are watching this playback of the live on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and share, and don't forget to subscribe. We have many more videos coming soon. May or may not be featuring him. May or may not be featuring someone else or me by myself. But either way, y'all are gonna get them, okay? Just be patient. Y'all are gonna get these episodes, I promise. If you are listening to the audio on any of our audio podcast platforms, be sure to favorite the show and like the episodes so you don't miss any new episodes. And visit our website at funnyenoughpodcast.com and click on our Patreon link so you can, donate and request any future reactions that you would like us to do.
Or any topics that you want us to talk about.
Yes, you can do that as well, and we'll be sure to put you at the front of the line.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.